Good afternoon. Welcome to today's Google Hangout. Also, we're doing a webinar and live stream. This is Coach Stanner. I'll be spending probably about 15 minutes of your time today. And I mentioned live stream. If you're on your smartphone, you can go to vshoplive.yourvirtualportal.net. And when you go there, you should see me, or see this presentation live. So a lot of people do jump on board our VShop Live. That question is often asked, what is the VShop Live? So we're actually doing a webinar, Google Hangout, and a VShop Live stream all at one time. Very, very powerful. Well, welcome today, and just wanted to go ahead and get started here. We'll talk a little bit about the vSmart. I know a lot of people are commenting out there with our new presence, the new look that we have now with the website. It's outstanding. You can see it on your screen now, and has everything that the other site had, plus more, a little bit more visible, a little bit more videos, and you can see we used to have the flags here. Just recognizing that we are in other countries. We went live May 2014. Pre-launch was in September 2013. And when we went live, we already had, I believe, right at about 20 different countries on board. And we got a lot more. That's just symbolizes some of those flags that you see. And so we are international, and that's awesome to be able to go live day one and be able to be international, because in today's time, people are doing business all over. That is very, very powerful. At the top here, you can see a lot of times people wanted to know, well, what does the virtual business card, what does it look like? And you can see just several pictures here. You've got a smartphone here, you've got a tablet, you've got a laptop, and you can see it conforms to fit any screen. If it's a laptop, then the only difference is it's going to put your, what I call capture page, or your captured information. Yes, I need more information. It's going to put it to the right. If somebody pulls it up online with their computer or a tablet, you'll notice it's always going to be on the right. And then if you're pulling it up on your smartphone, it will be underneath. So if you're here for the first time, very, very powerful. This is what we call our .com site. So if you have your username.yourvirtualportal.com, I use this quite a bit, and this is really how I introduce it to a lot of people. Is you can put your pointer on product here. You'll see anatomy of the vSmart, vSmart customer examples in English, international vSmart examples, vSmart return on advertising tool. Those are normally the tabs that I use most, especially the one that says you got vSmart customer example in English, and there's several already. You can just see these different pictures here, but they're already put together where you can just share or text anybody an example. One that I use a lot is Pastor Matthew Hartsfield. If you know anybody that's a pastor of a church, you can put username to sample10.yourvirtualportal.net. If you text sample10.yourvirtualportal.net, then this would be an example of Pastor Matthew Hartsfield Van Dyke Church. And you can see there's a video there that he has put there for his message. And you've got phone number, you've got Skype, you've got his Facebook, the social media link, call to action buttons are all there. So if you know anybody who's a pastor, or, just text that to them, and they will give you the feedback. Normally it's the wow factor. Wow. They haven't seen a text like that before. That's something that I recommend that you do, because we've got several examples here. If you knew somebody that was even in the, a nail shop, there's probably a nail shop on every corner. If you was to go to sample13.yourvirtualportal.net again, and you just text that to anybody that has a nail shop, and it's going to be an example, of course, and they can put their own ideas and twists, because it's easy to make changes. This is not an application. So a lot of times people ask, is it very complicated? Is it techie? What if I need to change something? Another factor is how much does it cost? I'll talk a little bit about that as well. But you can text this to anyone who has a nail shop, and a lot of times they're going to reply back, wow, that's pretty neat. You could literally just go to nail shops and ask them, hey, most of them have their business cards sitting there. And you could just simply ask them, have you seen the virtual business card? You could do the same thing with any, place of business. I'm just using this as an example. For the most part, people will say no, obviously, because they have their business card right there on the desk. Well, if you was to say, well, let me show you what I'm talking about, and you text them this sample13.yourvirtualportal.net, when they pull it up on their phone, they're going to recognize that obviously it's a little bit more effective than a typical business card that people normally tend to lose. Let's just say, for example, if you did get your nails done and you was at, your daughter or son's soccer game, and this, particular conversation is about nails. Well, if the person says, "Oh, I like your nails. Where'd you get them done?" Oh my goodness. She gave me her card. I can't remember where I put it. That's normally where the conversation goes. Or maybe you left it in the car. It could be that you really did have good intentions of keeping it, but sometimes, we lose things. But let's say, for example, if she texts the V-Smart and you were sitting there at the soccer game, now all of a sudden that conversation comes up. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's got a virtual business card. Let me just forward this to you. Now you could forward that, and all of a sudden that person is going to see a video of the nails. They have buy one, get one free sale there going on. And you can see the power in video texting, and now that person could even forward it to someone, and you're going viral versus the typical business card. And it costs less than $1 a day. That's pretty neat. So, because normally they're going to ask that, wow, how much does it cost? Oh, less than $1 a day. And if they have any questions, of course, you can go to your .com site, simply tell them to put their pointer on product, or just like we did there, V-Smart pricing, and simply there it is. So they can get set up with the starter, which is $27 a month. And the best value is the Pro Pack, $327, plus you pay $37 a month, but you get 10 V-Smarts. Sometimes people have more than one company. You may have 8 companies. Maybe you're in the finances or some type of franchise and you've got more than one location. So you might need 8 or 10. So you can, do that, get more than, the typical 3, which comes in the starter or the annual. So yeah, that is what we consider our best value. So price is very inexpensive, but if you just want to start out and get the annual, that's $299 for the whole year. Some people may not want monthly payments, and so they'll just do the annual $299 pack. And but if you do have more, that question comes up. I've got 2 businesses, or maybe you're in one business and you've got 3 or 4 kids, and each one of them are in sports. And guess what? They can have a V-Smart. I know my son, he has one, plays football and does a lot of different things. He's got his video, so he literally can click on it and, share it with his friends. And, how they have these videos out there where a lot of the kids got their highlight plays and music are playing. So he can text that V-Smart, and the, people, coaches or scouts or whoever can watch that. And now he's going viral. So it's very, very common for a lot of the young teenagers to have now, because they're going viral too on their social media links. So that's just some examples, of course. I'll just give you one more example. And this one is going to be more into personal use, because you can use this in personal use. If you put your pointer on product and go to V-Smart return on advertisement tool, if you scroll down, there's going to be categories, and there's a ton of different companies that are already examples that you could text someone. Like if you knew someone that was in any of these companies, you just click on that link. And when you click on one of those links, it's going to give you the username.yourvirtualportal.net. You just text that, and that's an example. Say if it was real estate. Okay, this is an example of Victoria Christie, Water Chase Realtor. It's beautiful, Tampa, Florida. You can see she's got a video of a nice home that she's selling there. And she's got beautiful Tampa home for sale. All these icons, there's over 150 different icons you can choose from. They put down here. One that she enjoys is to discover Tampa Bay. Maybe somebody's not familiar with Tampa Bay and they're going to be relocating there. They can click on this particular link. And when they do click on that particular link, of course, she's got Discover Tampa's Treasures, and she's got all different things to do for the family in Tampa that probably would encourage anyone to maybe take a look at moving to Tampa. Beautiful, beautiful, city. So you can see how she's using it there. And that's victoria.yourvirtualportal.net. That's just an example, but if you was to see any realtor and text them that, you'd be surprised how many times they may go show a home and the person that they're showing it to, is running late or maybe can't show up. Well, that realtor is already there and they've spent their time, gas money to drive across town. And it may be that they just wanted to see the master bedroom and maybe, how big the fireplace was. I don't know, but they could just basically take a YouTube video and 30 seconds, show the master bedroom and fireplace, and then turn around and just upload that. It doesn't take but 10 seconds to do that. If you can copy and paste, you can put that video in there. And then just text that to the person and let them see you walking through the home. That's so professional. And then you may say, hey, you know what? I can go to the next home if you can't make it. I know we were scheduled to look at 3 homes. I can just do the same thing here. You probably stand out being able to do that, because that's one of the things people don't like, is having to drive somewhere. And if they don't like it, then they're like, oh my goodness, spent all this time, where they could have just saw a video walkthrough. That's just an example. You also have very, very easy to make changes. I'm going to let you know it's not an application. So sometimes if somebody wanted to get something done like this and you take it to a tech person, and I've seen people who've given me feedback, or I've heard people give me feedback of being, charged $2,000 to $3,000 to do something like this. And if they want to make changes, then they have to pay maybe, $20, $25 every time they need to make a change. Where with the, with your virtual portal is set up very simple. You can change anything at any time. It's for your personal use, whatever videos you want, whatever Facebook, Twitter, how many icons you want at the bottom. You can have up to 8. You can see she's using all 8, but you also might just want to put Facebook and Twitter. You might not even want any of anything you see here. You might just want Facebook and Twitter, social media link, and then maybe a video there with you talking, or maybe your company video there, and you can see how you can maneuver it to personally fit you and brand yourself, because branding is very important. When you brand yourself, it with your social media links, people begin to know who you are. They do business with people who they know, who they feel good about, and that's why they will connect with you on Facebook, Twitter, and a lot of times they will follow you before they purchase your service or product. So that's very important. If you want to use it for personal use, I always like to talk to people maybe who have trainings and do things of that sort. You can text this to anyone, johnwilliam.yourvirtualportal.net. Notice how I'm telling you the usernames and texting it. The reason why is because if you do sign people up, you are rewarded, and there are a lot of people that's doing pretty well financially just by sharing it. It can help you out. So no promises, but at the same time, you do get rewarded to share it. But this is example of John Williams. Now, John, actually in the video, this is the COO. This is Mrs. Colleen Sullivan's husband, John Sullivan. And if you don't know who Colleen Sullivan is, she's actually the mastermind behind what we have here. And you can see a picture of her if you just go to your virtual portal. And she's got tons. I don't know too many owners or people behind the scenes that put themselves out there to train as much as she does. But she's got probably close to 20, 25 different videos just on different things to show you how this virtual business card can help you do what you're already doing better. Doesn't matter what field that you're in. So that's she's really good. And her husband is also very, very good as well. So let me get back to where I was, and let's see here, back to personal use is what I was talking about. So you just put on VSmart return on advertisement tool, go down to the very bottom, and you click on John William. That's the username, johnwilliam.yourvirtualportal.net, if you're wondering what's up there to get this to come up so you can share it as a sample. And here he goes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's John here. A couple quick important announcements for you guys. This is going to be the same thing for the next 4 weeks. Every Monday night at 9 o'clock, the company is going to be hosting a webinar. Try to get as many people on the webinar as you can. If for some reason they can't get on at 9, that's okay. 10 o'clock, we're going to do a team conference call. We're going to try to bring everyone.
All right, now you can listen to that later, but I just wanted to give you an example how if you have teams out there, and one of the hardest parts is communicating to people today, if you're wanting to get a meeting done at Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can send an email to 40 people. The chances of them responding back is not too good. I hear that about 80% of the emails out there now don't even get opened or go to spam, or, it just gets lost out there. Some people are only checking their emails on, once a week. So that's not a real good way to depend on the quickest way to get feedback. But if you are using texting, 90% of the people check their texts within 10 minutes. And you probably, look at your smartphone right now, you don't have any unread text. You might not have responded back, but if you was going to communicate through texting, it's far, far more effective. So if you was to text your group in a video like this, that is very powerful. And at the end of the video, you can say, hey, just text me back. Let me know that you got this text and you're going to be able to make it. Matter of fact, if you want to forward this text to some of your friends, now all of a sudden, boom, when they forward that to 5 people, if you had, just 50 people forward that to 5 people, now you got 250 people. You see, now those same 50 could forward it to 5, and it just goes on, or 250s forward to 5. And you're going to be more effectively trying to get someone to any event, whether it be a conference or maybe somewhere where you have to travel and you're having one of your meetings at a hotel or something like that. But it's just so much more effective. And as you can see, that's just personal use, a way to use it personal. So we went over business from churches to nail shop, to real estate, and then just showing you an example earlier. I mentioned if you just had a kid that wants to use it for his personal video to promote himself in whatever sports, that's what they're doing today, right? And then, like I said, you can use it also personally just to do what John just shared with you. Make sure you can get your team to the Saturday morning training effectively. So that's it. About 15 minutes. Like I said, just take up a few minutes of your time, go over a few things. Like I said, it's less than $1 a day. Very affordable. You can make changes. Very simple. And look forward to hearing from you or seeing you again next Thursday. So until then, you can plug in Tuesday. We have Tuesday at 3 o'clock Eastern. We go more into the how to build a V-Smart from start to finish under 7 minutes, and also how to do V-Shop Live. All right. We'll talk next week.